Welcome to Unmuted Podcast with our amazing host and author, Recia Kabbah. In a noisy world, we cut through the chatter, amplifying important voices. Are you ready for raw, unscripted stories that shape our daily lives? Well, on Unmuted, we tackle tough topics, challenge the norms, and share untold stories. Each episode, we bring in thought leaders, influencers, and everyday heroes for genuine conversations. It's not just a podcast. It's a platform for real, raw, expressive conversations. Get ready for the emotions, laughters, and most of all, the truth. Unmuted is more than just a show. It's a movement. So join us as we break the silence to embrace the power of honest dialogue. Welcome to Unmuted, where conversations are real.
Welcome to Unmuted Podcast. I am your host, Recia Kabbah. On today's episode, I am thrilled to sit down with an inspiring powerhouse, Recia Waters, born on the beautiful island of Barbados and raised in the U.S. from the age of 2 years old. Recia has embraced life with resilience, grace, and purpose. As the youngest of 8 siblings and a proud single mother of 4, she's no stranger to hard work and determination. Recia is a licensed esthetician in both New York and Pennsylvania, and the founder and owner of Luxurious Seduction, a business dedicated to helping clients discover their unique beauty and confidence. Through her work, Recia has combined her passion for beauty, self-care, and empowerment to transform the lives of others. She's currently resides in Pennsylvania, where she continues to build her brand and inspire others along the way. Welcome, the CEO of Luxurious Seduction, Recia Waters. Hey, girl.
Hey, good night, Recia. How are you?
Okay. How are you doing today?
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for joining me on our Unmuted Podcast. I'm very, very happy to have you here today. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Now, your bio speaks for itself. You are the boss lady of Luxurious Seduction, so we're going to get into it. But before then, I'm going to ask you, Recia, are you ready to get unmuted?
Yes, let's go for it.
And let's see, I'm going to call myself out. I don't know what esthetician, what is the, like your lessons in beauty? I could not pronounce that. I'm like, oh,
Sorry.
I could not pronounce that. This is unmuted, so I don't be ashamed. I'll be shaming myself before anybody can shame me.
It's no shame, trust me.
I'm
No
like,
shame.
okay, what is it? Esthetician? Okay. All right. I learned something new. All right, let's get unmuted, guys.
Write it down.
Okay, girl. I'm just gonna ask you some few questions today about life, business, and we're gonna have some little fun. Let's start with you telling us how. I know you was very little when you came to this country, so I try not to give you a hard time into that because you were 2 years. I'm like, she was 2. What's she gonna remember? So let's just jump into sharing, how was it like growing up as the youngest of 8 siblings, and how did that play a role into who you are today?
Sure. Being the youngest of 8, it's fun. It's kind of like I call it like a cheat sheet to adulthood, because you see trial and error with the oldest one. So you're like, nah, I don't want to do that, or yeah, I want to do that when I get older. So it's kind of like a cheat sheet. But being the youngest of 8, it's cool. Spoiled, everyone spoil you in their own way. It was 4 boys, 4 girls, so everyone just pretty much had they, spoil me in their own way. You get fun treats here. Some of them, 1 or 2 of them were more strict than the other ones, but pretty much it was fun.
Okay. I can imagine a little sister, especially with the boys. They will protect you like that's my baby girl.
Yeah, definitely.
So did that have any effect on you being a grown woman today? Like more of a spoil, like what you think?
Yeah, it did. It actually did. And it's funny because now when they try to tell me something, it's like, no, you created the monster. No, I'm an adult. I don't have to listen now.
Yeah.
But we have a really good relationship. For the most part, we all, it's about 3 of them still in Barbados, and 4 of us here. 1 has passed away, and we find ways. We take care of my mom. My mom has Alzheimer's, so we every week we'll talk on. When I go to the nursing home, we'll go on Zoom or FaceTime and talk to my mom. Try to refresh her memory as much as we can, but other than that, we find ways of communicating. Sometimes I travel back to Barbados and I meet them, but we talk for the most part every day.
Okay. Keeping a sibling connection is very necessary, to stay connected with your siblings. It's very necessary. I tell my children that, like, y'all ain't gotta care about me so much, but I want you to keep that bond,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's important. So that's good. All right. So as let's talk about single motherhood before you even got married. I know we talked about it a little bit. So as a single mother of 4, what motivates you to keep pushing forward and achieving your goals?
In the back of my mind, I just always, because I'm raising children, so I know they're watching everything that I do.
Right.
So for the most part, as a mom, I just always showed the resilience. Like I just had to always show up, even when I didn't want to show up, even when times was tough and I didn't want to do it. I just always had to show up so that they can see and they can learn. I have 3 boys and 1 daughter. So for the boys, of course, I'm not a man. I can't teach them to do, but I can teach them the basics, know. And yes, I am pretty strict. They're older now, 27, 25, and 20, the 3 boys, and my daughter's 10. So I pretty much just kept showing up. We would have conversations about, I would tell them what I'm doing, of course, with Luxurious Seduction, I had to find a way to, incorporate some kind of men products in there. So I do have I had the skincare line and stuff like that. So, I did that so that they can see that I'm not only serving women, but I'm also serving men as well. So yeah, I just found ways to do things to kind of include them in and get their opinions from it and stuff like that.
Okay. Right. When you say, setting examples, because I myself been a single mother. It's crazy. I was a single mother. Then I got married, and I did not consider myself a single mother at that point because now I had a father, role model in the home, and my ex was really good with my kids, and they were good with him. So you could not tell if they wasn't his biological children or not. And so I will give him that grace, even though I could have a lot of other stuff to say, I don't like this, man. But at least he was there. But, just being a single mother, from my own experience, like you said, you try to do the best that you can. You pretty much playing two roles in the home. And I have a son, one son and two daughters. So again, to piggyback off of what you just said, as women, we cannot really raise a man how to be a man, right? We can just install that values that we feel or think or know is going to work for them. And so giving them that normalcy and just whatever your little ideas are to teach that boy that, because he's a man, he need a man role model. And I was just so grateful that he stayed out of the streets and did not get involved with any type of street life. As a single mother, because we're working all day. I'm sorry, my voice is gone today. Working all day from one job to the next job, raising these kids, and then you become so protective of them, because it's like, I was talking to a child today, and I said this to her. I said, I feel like I'm losing them because they are all grown, finding their own life, and finding their own lives, and it seems that they don't need me no more, and I want them to need me, right?
Right.
I still want that control. You still want that control because it was just you and them for so long. And you could say, sit here, let's go here. Okay, put this on. But now they're grown. My son is 25. And, my daughter, is 22. And then the youngest one is 17. They don't want to hang with mommy no more. They have their own lives. I'm like,
trust me, I get it. It's the same. It's the same.
I'm over here having anxiety. I'm not going to be an empty nester. He's done college. He's on his own, finding his own life. Of course, he lives home, but it doesn't seem like he lives home because he's always doing his own thing. And the sister is between me and her boyfriend. So I'm like, the 17-year-old about to go to college. What am I going to do? Can they become?
The only thing you can do is pray. The only thing you can do is pray. And, children listen. We may think that they don't listen to us, they don't hear us, but they do listen. And the good thing about it is that your teachers go a long way. You can teach them as much as you can from home. When they get out on the street is when the real test starts. And what I've learned is that they actually really do listen. Like my kids, I do check on them, period, but I try not to stalk them. I do have their app, their location on the phone or whatever, but I trust them that they do the right thing. I already, once they hit 18, well, before that, I taught them how to pray, but once they started driving, everybody had a Bible in their car, open to the Psalms. I pretty much told them, like, listen, you got to lead with God, and you got to let, God show you a way. I can't tell you what to do out there on the streets. I know you know right from wrong. And the rest, I just ride on faith. I feel like I did a great job for me. I did a great job with them. And I just have to let them rock with it, and trust. It is scary though. It really is scary. But it's like, I can't sit here and work myself up and put that negative energy over them,
Yeah.
So yeah, I just ride it on faith.
That's what you're saying. You can't sit there and rob yourself out, because you're gonna have to go out there, trust that you did your best, and that they can go with that. Train the child in the way that he or she should grow and never depart from it. So, yeah, my anxiety level is high when it comes to these kids. When you don't have kids, it's a problem. When you have them, it's an extra.
Yeah, it is.
But single mothers, I give it up to us. I give it up to you all. I still raising little kids. I don't want any more babies. I'm done. I don't want nothing. I'm good with these ones. But yeah, so thank you for that, sharing our part. So what inspired your passion for beauty and self-care?
So that's a good one. I was around, I guess, like in my early 30s. I actually was struggling to figure that part out, like what it is that I wanted to do. And I've tried many different things, and it was like, I can't figure out what it is that I want to do.
Mm.
And I went to a training one day, and I met with this coach, and she was saying, your passion is found in something that you love to do every day. And I was like, and I sat there, I really was busting my head, and I'm writing down. And I'm like, well, the only thing I really love to do every day is to get dressed up, feel beautiful, look beautiful. And, that was my thing. And I was like, okay, wait a minute, that's it. And so I started out with skincare, making my own, selling body oils, and doing all of that first, and then it went into, what, let me just go to school and become an esthetician and do the facials and the body waxing and all of that. And I did that. I love it. I was a waxer for a body waxer for several years. And then I said, okay, well, let me do a little bit more. And so I went into the facials, and then I was like, I kind of like the waxing more. And but then I played with the lip glosses and the lipsticks, and it was just so many. But I love, love, love the beauty industry. It's so much you can do in the industry. It's not just because beauty is an inside thing. It's not just what's on the outside. It really is from what's on the inside. Because you can be the most prettiest chick in the world, but if your attitude stink, it don't make you. Let's just put that out there, right? Okay. So beauty really is some kind of it's inside an inside job, So while I'm doing the facials and stuff like that, like I get to inspire women to not only look beautiful but to feel beautiful on the inside, and that's a whole self-care journey for me. And I like to inspire women to just do the same,
Okay. Thank you. Okay. That similar story with me. Like you said, your passion, your passion is what you love, something that you love to do. So it's similar for me. Just for me, I went on the clothing side, because I like to change up things. I like to change up looks. I get very bored with just one look, as you can see. I'm beautiful with tonight.
Yes, I see.
My sexy girl, I'm in love with myself tonight. Listen, I'm on a whole date over here.
As you should.
With this wig, okay? So yeah, just playing around with different outfits, making people feel good about themselves. So I knew that fashion was where I needed to be, because I love when I get dressed up, I wear my heels and stuff like that. So similar to where you have skincare and beauty and all of that stuff. So I decided to open my boutique, during the pandemic, which was, I had a nerve to do such thing, but I did. And now, here we are. So that's your passion, whatever you love to do. Because if you like to do something, it's not always about money, because you find peace in it, you find joy in it. It's like that's your baby because you love it. It's not that you're doing it because somebody force it on you, right? Parents will force their dreams on their kids. I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be that. But he goes to work miserable every day.
Right.
That's not what they want to do. They just doing it for you. So I tell my children all the time, do what you want. Just don't be the bum out there. Just don't, be someone who's not progressing, right?
Right.
But do something that you like to do.
Do what makes you happy. Correct.
Do what makes you happy, and do it right. Do the right thing. Do it legally.
Right. I got you.
So okay, that's good. Luxurious seduction. What do you, what services do you offer pretty much, and what impact do you hope to make on the life of your clients?
So we offer facials and body waxing.
Okay.
We do eyebrows as well. Um, but I'm just going to put this out there by, the ending of February, we're actually closing our storefront, and just going to run it, have the online services. And if they have like home parties or ladies nights, I will, do that. But because there's just so much, my plate is full, you know, I have to do the business more and, travel more, because I am always commuting back and forth to New York to see my mom in the nursing home.
Okay.
So yeah, I have to switch up a little bit, and it's okay. Change is good.
Yeah, and that makes sense. If you're going to be traveling all the time, then I have to store and paying all that, rent.
Right.
You're not really there. So yeah. And people can still go online, order product and all that stuff.
Yes.
So like my boutique, I don't have a storefront. It's just online, because I don't have the time to be sitting in no store.
Right. Right.
Okay. All right. We're gonna talk about, you have a new thing coming up. You also are about to release a new book.
Yes.
My older sister,
I'm super excited for that.
tell us what's been cocaine.
It's
Tell us a
right
little
here. Let
bit.
me just show you a sneak peek.
The book is called Recia Seduction. I have.
This is my baby.
Yeah, that's my baby. In fact,
my baby.
I have right here, Recia Seduction. There you go.
Yes. We have been working on this book for a few months now, and listen, God put some people in your life, seriously, for a reason. These ladies, honestly, they were patient because it took a lot. It took hours on the phone at night on Zoom. And listen, it worked out just the way it was supposed to. Every photo. Shh. I'm sorry. 1 minute, baby. I'm on. Hi. Go back on. It's my daughter. We put some work into it. There's poetry in here, poems. There's quotes. There's self-care tips. There's everything in this book. Like I am so in love with it. There's photos of me. It really tells the journey of my growth from age 40 and up. I'm approaching 48 in the next 2 months. And so this book right here is, I'm sorry. Go over there. I'm talking 1 minute, baby. She's doing everything to distract me right now. And so, I'm in love with this project. Like, I am so in love with this project. It's not only, put it like this, it's a tabletop book, first of all. So, and it belongs in beauty spas, hair salons. It really is to just inspire women to just keep going. It's dedicated to women of all walks. Like, a lot of times people see you on social media and they just think like your life is perfect. Like you don't have shit going on, and it's like, stop getting it twisted by the photos and stop getting it twisted by, the things that I post. Honestly, a lot of people see the photos, but I'm really camera shy. I don't really do too much talking on the camera, as we can see. But, I say that to say that in the midst of your storms and in the midst of, learning this thing called life and going through it, you just have to keep going.
Yeah.
You have to ride the wave, ride the wave with the emotions, don't sit too much into the emotion, just go through it, and grow through it. And so this project right here really, really tells a whole journey, like I said, from ages 40 to 47. And it's I love it. I love it to a point where I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm so nervous to release it.
No, girl, listen.
I was like, oh God, I'm nervous.
No.
But Jacinth and shout out to Jacinth and Sari for the amazing work we did on this project, because
So we did your book cover. She did the photo shoot.
Sari did the photo shoots. Sari did the artwork inside of here. Yeah, she hands down. Listen. She did.
That woman is talented. Yes.
Yeah, she really, really did her thing in here, and it has some beautiful, beautiful. Like, listen, you got to see it, and I can't wait.
you know she did mine too. She did my photo for my cover.
Yes.
Yeah, she did my photo for my cover.
She told me.
Right there.
Look
right
at
there.
that. Yeah,
so she did that photo. So she is Suri. If you're looking for any photography job, like, this woman is talented. Now, let me warn you, she can be very busy.
Yeah.
Very busy. I hope she's
very busy. Yes.
I hope she see this and see the look on my face.
Listen.
But when she gets her hands on your product, she do her best. She is great. So
she did.
Yeah,
some
this
amazing.
is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. I love it. Just breathtaking. It's like, just let it all out. I love it. It's something special and free.
And it's 8.5 by 11. It's an 8.5 by 11 book. You know, it's not a small book.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah, it is.
It's big. Mine is I think 4 by 6 or 6 by 4.
It's like I said, it's a coffee table book. That was I've always wanted to do a coffee table book, right? And I was like, why not just do them with yourself? But again, there's just so much artwork inside of this book. And the work that Sari did.
I can tell already. So this is
the work
I love it.
Listen.
Reflections.
Reflections, the journey to inner and outer beauty.
Yeah, guys. The book will be released when again?
March.
So look out for Luxurious Seduction. Yes. New book. Grab a copy. It's going to be on Amazon, I'm sure.
Yes. And we will be having the book signing March 7th.
March 7th, girl. Send me that invite. I must be there.
Yes. And in New York will be March 9th.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Congratulations. I'm excited.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Now we can have an author's corner.
Yeah. Yes, we will.
We can unmute and we can sip a tea. For me, we have to cry. When we're talking about mine, we're crying.
Oh, no, listen, we're coming out with the memoir. The memoir is coming. It's coming. It's coming. But yes, so, definitely.
I'm tired of crying. I need to read Luxurious Seduction. Congratulations, sis. Look out for our new book, guys. All right. Now we are about to go somewhere that is not too tasteful, but we have to talk about it because it's starting to become a lot of people normalcy. Mm-hmm. So we have to talk about it. It is not to be ashamed of because it can happen to anyone. And for you to be willing to talk about this situation at this present moment, I just want to take my hat out to you. Because I wouldn't have done this that you are doing now. I wouldn't. And so you have shared, that you're going through a divorce. So it is never easy when you are going through a divorce, let alone to come on a platform like
Mhm.
this to talk about it. And so, again, I want to say thank you. How do you stay focused and positive for yourself and your family during this time?
Um, so for the most part, I position myself around people who has been through it, who are going through it, um, who are business owners. Divorce doesn't have a specific face.
Mm.
And it can happen for anyone. It's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be. People grow apart daily, every day. And my thing is don't sit in a situation and be unhappy and not live your life just to say that I wear a ring or I'm married and all of the above. Um, and for the most part, it's about you have this one precious life to live. And for me, it's about being happy. And if you're sitting in a situation and you're not happy, why stay there? You know? So going through this right now, it's mixed emotions, but I don't stay there with those feelings. I have accepted the situation. And like I said, I position myself around women who are just doing it, through the divorce, after the divorce, who's still doing it, who's still being successful, who's still writing books, who's still opening businesses, who's still, being a Jacqueline of all trades in the midst of it. Life doesn't stop.
Right.
It really does not stop. And so why should you stop? Because of it's easy to love and let go than to love and stay in a situation
Mm.
that's not for you. And that's where I'm at with it. Like I'm at peace with it, and my yes, you can. My my kids know. Everyone's at peace with it, and it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that. Because divorce is never easy, like I said earlier.
Not a big
Even if it is amicable, right? Even if it's a mutual agreement, but it's still a separation from someone you've been with for years.
mm-hmm.
That was your best friend, that was your lover, like maybe your children's father, um, all it, etc. But you said it best. Why be unhappy in a situation just to claim a title or
Mm-hmm.
the years? Because would you rather live the rest of your life 30, 40, 50 years unhappy than living the rest of your 10, 15, 20, 30 years happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to make those choices, but sometimes it's hard to get out because we are afraid of the unknown. Eh,
Mm-hmm.
what if? And so sometimes two people make those agreements, but most of the times one person will make that decision, the other person is not on board. And
Right.
so that was me, that was my
Mm-hmm.
situation. And it's not because I wasn't on board, it's just because for me it was a surprise. I talk about
Mm-hmm.
it in my book. For me, it was a surprise because it's not that I would rather be in a relationship where I'm not happy. My situation, I thought we were happy. I did not see unhappy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the things that was going on did not warrant a divorce. It was okay. You got my nerves, I got on yours. We may not talk right now, but we're gonna talk tomorrow. Those type of situation that, to me, in my opinion, and a lot of people that knew afterwards, like it's not worth a divorce. But again, who am I to say what's worth a divorce or not for another
Right.
person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So because mine took me, for a shock, I was in a place where I was hurt because I'm like, okay, I never thought this would be it. Or even if it wasn't going to work, I didn't see it coming that soon, right? Yeah, so different situations, different cases. So mine was hurtful, mine was disappointing, mine was everything but happy. So I fell flat on my face. I became unmute. I became muted. I became muted in a place where I stayed to myself. I kind of drowned in my silence. I was drowning, like it's drowning because I could not understand like why, you loved me yesterday, today you don't. Yeah, why did I see this coming? Why it took me for a turn? So I wish I could say the same thing that easily. That's why I'm saying when I was going through my divorce, you could not get me to sit on a platform like this. Girl, you could not get me to get on your phone with me.
But no, Recia, it is a process. It is a process. I'm not gonna say no, it doesn't hurt. No, it's a process, right? But the more you sit silent, the more it hurts.
Yeah.
The more you talk about it, the less it hurts.
So,
I don't have a problem talking about it, because it is my truth. It's my reality, right? But I refuse to sit in silence because that's where it hurts more. Not talking about the situation, but again, you do go through all of the emotions. You do go through all of the questions of the whys, and you go through it, and it's okay because you're human at the end of the day, But I just always say, don't sit there in that space. For me, I'm like, nah, I'm not sitting there in that space because I got shit to do, right?
I got shit to do.
So it's okay. And, write about it, cry about it, all of the above. But I got shit to do, and that's it.
Yeah. I like that attitude. Someone may be listening right now. Someone may come across this video and they may be inspired by your story because, it's not the end of life. It's not the end of life. But in that moment for me, it was the end of life. And this is unmuted. So I can't sit here and pretend.
Right.
And, I want for people to be transparent. And then I sit here and not be. No, my days of holding back, has gone because if I'm going to release a book like this, with all my sadness, just from the cover, you can know, damn, she's hurt, And for me to bring a platform like this and then sit there and hide or sugarcoat, I won't be doing justice to myself or the people. And so, because I know that there are people out there that also experience my situation, the same situation, or even worse, or may even be going through it right now this minute. What I can say though is what you just said, sitting in your pain hurts more. Sitting in it, not talking about it, it hurts more because you are just consuming everything into yourself. You're not talking about it. And that's where I went wrong. But because that's my personality, when I'm going through stuff, it's hard for me to talk about it. My family knows me for that. My girlfriends know me for that. And it may even be hard for you to tell I'm going through it because I can just carry it. So I'm not going to say well, but I just feel like when I keep it to myself, I can handle it better. And it's not always true.
Right.
It's not always true. You need to talk to people. And that's one of my challenges in life, as I keep learning and evolving, that, it's good to open up sometimes because you really get some relief by just talking to the right people. If you have the right people in your corner, it can really help you. And I'm blessed to have few good people in my life, so I have to learn how to communicate pain with people. But in those moments, I really went through it. I was in a dark place. I thought about suicide. I thought about quitting it all, all of those things.
Yeah.
So if you're watching and you're going through a divorce or any type of life emergency, life situations, let's talk to people. If you don't have friends or family that you think you can talk to, seek therapists,
Yeah.
seek
Therapy
therapists.
does work.
That will
Therapy.
work because the point is you talking to someone.
Yeah.
The point is about you just talking with someone. And therapists are more like you were just talking to yourself and you can analyze your own situation just by
Right.
talking most of the time. But you're talking to someone who is not going to judge you, um, who will not judge you. You don't have to worry about your business being all over the place.
Right.
So if
Mm-hmm.
that type of person who worry about, all right, if I tell this person, they're going to tell that person, they seek a professional help. There's
Right.
many other ways.
Mhm.
So yeah, thank you for sharing that part of your life right now. And I hope the best for you. And I love the attitude that you carry already.
Thanks.
Um, I love it. I love it. Life must go on. Divorce is not the end of life. It's just another life experience that we can
Mhm.
put on the back of our shoulder and keep going. As especially as a boss lady, businesswoman, you have a lot to worry about. Um,
Mhm.
and so, thank you for sharing that part of your life. Thank you. Okay. What advice will you give to someone navigating the challenges of divorce while trying to remain stable for their children? While trying to maintain stability for their children?
Say that question again.
What advice will you give to
Uh-huh.
someone navigating the challenges of divorce while trying to maintain stability for their children?
What advice will I? You have to have God first. Like you have to have, whoever you pray to. Like they have to come first because um that's my go-to for everything. And like I said, ride the wave, ride the wave and allow everything to flow, you know.
Mhm.
Um Sometimes we try to fight things that we just have no control of. For me, it's just like your health and your mental comes first.
Mhm.
And my biggest advice is to honestly just put God first and let everything else flow and fall into place. Communicating with your children is a next big thing. Have that conversation with them, about divorce. Don't talk bad about the other parent. Don't do none of the sort. Just have that conversation, constantly remind them how much you love them, constantly, be in their business because the children actually go through it just as much as the parents are going through it, but they,
Mhm.
they they go through it a little bit quiet, you know. And so it's like that's where you really have to have your eyes and your ears open to whatever it is that they're doing or being involved with.
Mhm.
So my advice is just just stay prayed up, um, find a positive outlet. Honestly, a lot of the times we don't want to talk to our girlfriends or whatever, but seek therapy and roll with the punches. You know, roll with the punches. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Um, lean in and love in on yourself a lot more because you definitely will need it. And yeah, that's my advice. I know it was a lot of things, but yeah, that's my advice.
Okay. Okay. Yes, it's true because when we're going through those things, the kids are going through it, like you said. And I remember when I was going through mine, it was just my daughter and I at the time in the house. So my son was in college, and so just being in the house with a 15 at the time, 15-year-old whom I'm hurting myself for her not to see my pain, for her not to see me crying. You know, even if I felt like crying, I was trying to keep it down because every time she heard me cry in my room, she came over, and just grabbed me and just, Mommy, it's going to be okay. Because sometimes I could not hold it together. Sometimes I just could not hold it together. I just had to let it out. And I cried in my car many days. I went to work like nothing was going on and held back everything because at work things were going on. Maybe I'm on my phone, I'm getting different information, I'm getting different news, so I'm holding it in. I just can't wait to leave and get in my car and let it out. So I went through my moments, the moments of being in denial. First, I was in that place, being in denial, and then you come to that place where, in that acceptance moment, when you finally can accept, yeah, this is now my reality.
Right.
This is real. So there's different steps, and so you're going through all these emotions, and the kids can see your transformation from being broken to now I can wake up now and take a shower and feel good about myself, put on some makeup, or go to the mall. So little bit stages. And so I'm just so grateful because in those dark days, my children held it together and they kept giving me insurance. They kept telling me, Mommy, it's okay. It's not the end of life. You would think they're grown-ups. They was grown-up, but yeah, because I wasn't sharing it with my friends or my family. So my kids were the only one that knew in the moment what was going on. So they were my confidant at the time. They was my reinsurance, like everything would be okay. And so yeah, it's not an easy place to be. So that's where I'm at now, even though I don't have this part of my question. When you come from situations like that, I'm really having a hard time now with trying to get in a relationship because it's almost like, Tracia, it's almost like I'm so afraid now to love somebody or to get into something because I'm afraid of what if. Because I don't want to feel that pain anymore.
Right.
That you went through C-section and you experienced that horrible pain, even though I haven't had a C-section, but I heard it's very painful.
Right. It hurts. It hurts.
It's like you experience something so terrible. Now you're trying everything you can possibly try not to ever experience that pain anymore. This is my lifetime. You're trying everything you can possibly, you're avoiding everything you can possibly. It's like I'm so protective of myself to where I think it's going to cost me my love life. It's sad. It's sad.
It's scary.
Yeah, it's scary because now I'm so afraid to love somebody or allow someone to tell me they love me, because everybody that say they love me, I'm like, you lying. You just like, you lying. Yeah, good. It's taking me back to somebody.
Right. The traumas.
Yeah. I mean,
I get it. I totally understand. Honestly, and it's like, what the hell do you do, right? And I for me, I don't give up on love. There is someone out there that is willing to love. Now, the thing is that you're just not going to meet the perfect person, right? But so I used to do this thing where I just actually used to write down the person, the kind of man that I want.
The man you
I would
want.
write it down, you know, and I'll write it down and I'll manifest it and pray over it and put it in the Bible, you know, like, you know, it's just that. But now, honestly, like, I try to meet them where they at. I'm not going to come down from where I'm at, and I'm not going to I don't want to say negotiate.
No, we don't want to do that.
I'm not negotiating either, but I'm going to meet you where you at. You know, because at the end of the day, I want to learn you as well as I need you to learn me. And I have done the work on myself not to carry over my past situation into my future situation. You know, what I have done was learn from my past mistakes. And so with those mistakes, now I've learned to pay attention to the red flags. And, you know, there's this, now I know that I have to protect myself. So I know now there's boundaries, and I know now there's questions I need to ask. And, you know, like, and then I have my 3 sons. They're like my security. So they're like, you know, there's a conversation that needs to be had before you can actually meet my mom.
Oh, I love that.
So, you know, but I understand as far as protecting myself, and it's scary.
It is. It's like, what can you do? And it's true. I haven't given up on love. And why should I? That's like somebody's controlling your life at that moment, right? Like after a person, and now you give up, you don't want to love no more. No, I'm too young for that. But I think I'm just more careful now. I am just more intentional now with how I move. You know, so the little things doesn't turn me on. I'm easily turned off than turned on. Yeah.
And yeah, it's listen, it's challenging. It really is challenging. And honestly, and that's why I really stress a lot about throwing that love on yourself. You know, loving on you extra harder is where it's at. You know, I'm going to, you know, take myself out on dates, take myself to the spa, you know, pour into me. You know, the way I'm loving myself, I know I will find somebody eventually to love me the same way.
Because it's like when you know true love, when you learn to love yourself and you have done the work on yourself, you won't accept any less.
Exactly.
You won't accept any less. And so that's the thing. When you know better, you do better.
You do better.
So that's where I'm at, because I know damn well I'm not the same person I used to be 3 years ago.
Right.
4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, even a year ago. I'm not the same person. So if you knew me then, you have to allow me to reintroduce myself, Mandu, because I'm not that girl no more. So the things that maybe you could say to me then, I'd be like, oh, okay, I can date this person. They might just be the same things that could turn me off now, because to me now, I have experienced enough, and I have crossed over now to a different stage in my life where I know better. And so I'm not just looking to settle. I'm not just looking for a title, a girlfriend, or that's my fiance or my girlfriend. I'm not looking for that. So because of those reasons, like I said, I'm being very I'm more intentional in as to who I allow into my life,
Right.
who I go on date with, and the company I keep. And if I don't see a potential in you, I'm not even wasting my time. Like, I can go buy my own food. I don't need to.
Cook my own food.
Yeah, I don't need
Right. I get it.
to go sit down on some 2-hour date, knowing that I can't stand this dude.
Right.
So those things. Those things that somebody say, women that has work on themselves, or women that it's not so much of independent. So I'm independent now. It doesn't matter how much you have achieved in life. It doesn't matter how much you are doing good with yourself. We all need love. We all
Yeah.
need, even if I was even if I was rich, you still need somebody.
You need, daily hugs and conversations. Like, those things are so important, not just to females, but to men as well.
To men as well.
And especially now with the mental health and all this other stuff that's going on, the pressure is on.
And there's a lot of
it's on.
Yeah.
And it's important to have someone in your life that wants to sit and have a conversation with you. I always used to say that one question that comes from your partner, like, how was your day? Like, I feel like that question just goes a long way, because it's like, my day was, and you can learn a lot by someone, just the questions they ask, how they are with you, how they, like, I love love. Like, I love seeing people in love. I love seeing people working it out. I love all of the above, and I will never allow my past to stop me from ever falling in love again, or stop me from being married again, or, just like, I will not allow it. It's life,
my past,
life, and it's like, shit, I want to enjoy it all.
Right.
Why
Nobody
not?
has the right. Nobody has the right to take that away from you.
Yes, exactly.
I think over that whole situation, over that past situation, to where it's not even about that no more. But I'm grateful actually for that experience, because it taught me a lot.
Right.
It taught me a lot. Now I know more now. I have seen more now. I've heard more now.
Right.
And so now I'm more connected with myself. So now it's like, you can't play me no more. That's what I meant. Like, I see the red flag before you show up. Like, and so it's just simple. It's when you do the work, you deserve, a good result. Yeah, you deserve a reward. So that's what I meant. I'm not tolerating just anything or anybody. And so people like us, you stay single for a little long because you know what you want. Because you know what you want. No dude just come around and tell you just anything and you buy it, right?
Right.
Yeah. Because the dating pool out here is crazy, and somebody said there's more married people in the dating pool than single men. I'm like, gee.
Listen, it's real out there. It's real out there. But listen, it's an experience. It's an experience, and it's like, you take your lessons and you go.
And you go.
That's it. You take your lessons and go.
And you should do better after every time.
Yeah, but just don't stay in the funk about it, because really and truly, you're in that funk, and then that person just moves on with their life, and you're still sitting there.
And you're still sitting there.
It's like, you got shit to do. Go do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I mean, I'm so proud of myself, because at least I'm going on dates now. Yeah, she is going on dates.
Yes, you should.
Ooh, she said it here for us. Oh, Tracia, you're the lucky one. I'm saying it. Okay, she's going on dates now, because everybody that came on, I'm like, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Yeah.
Why not?
You
Why
know,
not? Like, have fun with it. It's
time heals. Time heals. And
it's a
so now I'm going on dates, guys. On Muta is going on dates now. So come on, holler.
oh Lord, you something else. Yeah.
When you see a girl changing her wigs, you know she's about to do something. She's dangerous out here.
It was the
Right?
wig.
She's changing the wigs every week. I'm like, okay.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to get me one. I'm gonna get me a wig. Don't worry.
Listen, these wigs will get you feeling some type of way, Tracia. Listen, these different colors, they will get you different type of men. They will get you different type of dates. I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm
Right.
going dates. Okay.
I know that's right.
Okay. So I'm out of that funk. I was then. I was last year and the year before that. I'm over it. I'm ready to pull up. So let's go. Let's do
Yes.
this.
And you know what? It created a whole nother journey for you because you created Unmuted, you know, and look, you know, you have your podcast. So it just opened many doors for you. So, you know, that was your story.
Yeah.
And your story sells.
Yeah, that's my story, and the story continues, and we're gonna keep, you know, motivating everyone. You know, life happens, you can go through it, but you don't have to stay there. Like my sister keeps saying, you don't have to stay there. You have to wake up. It's not how much things we go through in life; it's how we come up from it. All right, you have to beat the odds. You have to get out of there. So, I admit I was a wreck. I was terrible. Even when I started the podcast, I was still in my funk because that's all I could talk about, my hurt, my pain. But there's a time for everything, you know. And like she said earlier, talking about it is going to help you to relieve, you know, everything from your heart. So now my heart is clear, my heart is plain. I don't have to go on date night and sit there and thinking what he did to me, this one gonna do the same. You know, I have to accept everyone individually and allow people to be who they are and meet them where they are. If I feel like they're not for me, then you're not for me. I have to be transparent because I'm not settling. I keep saying that, and I will continue to say it because I have settled in my past and it got me nowhere. So now I'm not settling. I'm not saying you have to have it all together, but you have to meet me where I'm at so we can both get where we want to go. Yeah, I'm not building nobody's son up. I'm not raising nobody's child. I'm not doing none of that. So I put it out there. So if you know you need someone to build you up, she's not the one because she did that already. So she's not doing that stuff like that. So we just have to learn and keep living. Keep living. Life is great. Keep living, and allow someone to love you and love other people. So I'm here to love, guys. The love is all here. It's all here. It's all here. We're here. We want to love. We want to love you the right way. So, all right. I love this. Thank you. Thank you. And you know, you're going through a divorce, so eventually we're gonna be talking about dates.
In the memoir.
Yeah.
memoir.
On a memoir, yeah, we're gonna be having a memoir, and then we'll go. Who knows? We're gonna be going on some double dates. Who knows?
Yes.
All right. Okay, I think we almost there. Have you let's go back to your business. What challenges have you faced as a business owner, and how have you overcome that? If you have.
The challenges is the dry season when there's no money flowing in. You know, everybody don't want to spend. And that's normally like around the winter time. The winter time is, you know, again, I myself don't like to come out sometimes in winter. So I understand I got it. I just always went back to the drawing board and just create other ideas. Where the finances is coming in, you know, and I strongly believe in multiple streams of income. So I just find other ways, you know. I host events, mostly in New York. And yeah, that's how I manage it. Like I just find other avenues, other ways. I go back to the drawing board.
Right, right, right. As a business person, you have to be
Constantly thinking,
constantly thinking.
constantly being creative.
Yes, that's the word. Yep, creative. You can't stay one place. You can't stick one place because we have different seasons. And like you said, sometimes it's the money coming like this, and then sometimes you're like, damn, everybody's
Yeah.
forgotten. I'm still here,
Yeah.
but that's why you have to have multiple incomes, right? You have to have multiple things because everything may not move as fast as you want them to move, but you stay focused. So that's good. So this is my life for you as a businesswoman and a parent. What advice will you give to others, especially single parents who want to follow their dreams and empower themselves?
Um, my advice I would give is, well, I love doing vision boards. And so I always say, vision yourself where you want to be. Vision yourself where you want to be, write it out, create a plan, make it happen. You know, it may be scary, it may seem scary, but just follow through with it. Baby steps, you know. Um, make it happen. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. Don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be afraid to walk your walk. That's like, that's everything. That's everything, telling your
Yes, that's
story
that's the truth. Don't be
is
afraid. Don't be
like,
afraid.
yeah,
Mhm.
telling your story is like the key, the key to unlocking um what it is you want to do and where you want to go.
Mhm.
So yeah, share your story.
Thank you. Thank you. To just piggyback off of that a little bit, um, as a single parent, like I mentioned, to empower yourself, to motivate yourself, for me, I would say, you know, in my early years of single parenthood, when my babies was very young, trying to navigate through work and finding my own um, dream, working towards my own dream. Um, and what was that like for me? So even though I was trying to be the best, the super mom, and giving my children a better life, especially because of my background coming to this country, being an immigrant, it wasn't easy. I also talk about that in my book. Um, but I try not to lose myself because I myself I'm still a person. I still have goals and aspirations. So I put myself on the back burner for a while because my babies came first. I had to make sure they had roof over their head. I had to make sure they go into the best schools I could possibly afford to have a place in the neighborhoods where my kids went to school and feeling safe and walking outside and feeling and being comfortable and me not having to worry about them because you know let's be real, some places are not all conducive for everything for a great living.
Mhm.
So I was more focused on that, but I did not forget myself. I knew that when I could work hard to get my children in a stable place, then I had to follow my own dreams now. You don't want to lose yourself. You don't want to lose yourself because you also want to keep you happy. You also want to be able to achieve your own dreams. So you have to have a plan, right? You have to have a plan.
Mhm.
So at certain point in my life, I said to myself, all right, I'm going to sacrifice these 2, 3 years, work hard. I'm not going to party. I'm not going to buy me anything. I'm just going to live a normal life, eat, make sure the roof is covered, make sure I fix my credit, make sure I do all those necessary things that will help me to the next, make sure buy a home for my kids to be comfortable. So I had a goal. And seriously, I worked on that for like 3 years and I was able to provide my children their first home. And then I knew, all right, I'm here now. Now I don't have to work 3 full jobs, right? Because I have tried to put my life in a place where I can afford my bills with one job, right? And so then I can now work on my dreams. Because as a single mother, it's a lot to navigate everything. You cannot follow your dreams and leave your bills unpaid and leave your kids with no roof over their head. So I want everyone to be comfortable. So when I got to that place, I was able to now start working on my dreams as a model. I started to go to agency. I started to put myself out there. I started to travel because I have invested in my children. Now is my time. So I'm not feeling guilty. And the best thing about that is that your kids are watching your growth. They are watching you being the mother, and they are also watching you taking care of yourself. So mentally, you are not fucked up because, they are good and you are good. You can't sit back tomorrow and be like, damn, I wish I did this. Well, I gave all my time here, even though your kids got it, but now you're not happy with yourself because we are getting older. You can't go back. You can only go in front. So you have to have a plan. So if I want to tell anyone that is trying to, raise your children and still trying to focus on your dreams and motivate yourself and inspire yourself, is that set goals and follow them.
Right. You have to have a plan.
Have a plan. Listen, it could take 3-4 years. As long as you have a plan and you set those goals and you are following them at your own pace, don't do it in a way where you will find yourself miserable. Set your goals is very important, and guess what? You will meet those goals. It's not how much you make, it's how you plan it. It's how you plan your life.
And you also have to have the vision.
Yes.
Like you have to vision, because I remember when I was leaving New York, first of all, I didn't even know I was going to move out of New York. In my head, it was just like, okay, this is what I want. And so I actually went out and purchased my, it was like a little jewelry stand. And I was like, okay, when I get, this is the first thing I'm going to put in my room. I just went to hang my bracelets and my earrings off this beautiful little jewelry stand. And so I visioned exactly where I was going to put it, and then I did my board, my vision board. And it was less than a couple of months that everything started falling into play. So again, the vision have to be there. The faith has to be there. Write it down, write it out. Like you said, the 2 to 3 years, if it takes, just plan it out, and it definitely will fall into play. But definitely don't lose yourself trying to do it. Allow it to flow. Allow it to flow, and it will fall into place.
Yes. Because I have heard people say, oh, it's going to take so long. Why is it so long? So it's like, how about you start now? In the next 4 years, you're going to achieve something. Then thinking that 4 years is so long and you don't get to start.
Right.
So in 4 years, you're going to look back and be like, damn, I wish I had started then. I would be somewhere. Imagine doing something positive for yourself every day that comes. I like to live by this. If I'm not making a difference in my own life every day, I'm wasting life. Because that's a whole day that just went by and I never thought about anything positive to do for myself or for my family. So if you can just think about something good to do to elevate yourself every day, I'm not saying that you're going to be successful at everything. No. You're not. Trust me, you're not going to be successful at everything. But if you do that, if you try to do something good every day, imagine where your life would be even in a year time. Okay? So it is a choice when we wake up every day what we decide to do and not do. It is a choice. You have to plan your life in a place where, back to the question I asked you, to a place where you can find peace and you can be comfortable. If you lose a job today, will you be homeless tomorrow? I just said that question because living that paycheck to paycheck can only go along, it goes nowhere. You have to plan your life to a place where even if you are to lose a job today, you still have roof over your head at least for the next 6 months, because then it gave you some time to find another job. And it gave you some time not to stress.
Right.
I don't want to lose a job today and then I'm all stressed out now. No, I'm still good. Right. I'm still good. Then I can rest myself and wait for another 3-4 months before I go find another job. So it's not because everyone don't make a lot of money, but the little you make, put it to use.
Right.
Save for rainy days so that you can still have a life. Even if life be lifing out here, you still can live.
Right.
Because life do be like a lifing, no, there is no stability. It goes up and down, but I can guarantee you I could lose my job today, even though I don't pray for that, but I will still have my life going on. It won't stop me from where I'm at now, because you have to plan your life that way. You can't sit there and just not do anything. So that's my little 2 cents unmuted moment. So thank you again, Recia. So as a single mother, we have to do more, different from having 2-parent household. So you just have to plan more, and because you are the only person, right? Like now I'm with my kids in this house. If I don't pay this damn mortgage, it's not gonna get paid.
Right.
I have to plan ahead.
Right.
I can't leave my kids in the car. I have to plan ahead. If I don't feel like working today, can we still have a roof over our head? Yes. It doesn't stop. You don't stop eating. We don't stop. Nothing should stop just because life situation happen, so we have to be smart. All right. Thank you so much, my sister.
Thank you for having me.
If you have any last word for our viewers, the floor is yours.
Well, look out for my book coming out. I will keep everyone updated on the book signings in March. My birthday month. Yay.
Okay.
Chapter 48. Chapter 48 loading. And like I said, we are closing our doors February 28th. And so look out for emails, and you can follow us www.luxuriousseduction.com. I will have the book information uploaded on the website. We're just going through some final touches with the book to make sure it's good to go. And that's where I'm at.
Okay, guys, Luxurious Seduction by Recia Waters is coming up in March of this year. So look out for it. Like she said, this is her Facebook, Luxurious Seduction. Instagram, is it the same?
Luxurious Seduction LLC. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Luxurious Seduction LLC on Instagram. So you can screenshot her name and look her up on all those platforms, and look out for her new book. And then the memoir will be coming soon than later. All right, my sister, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. Hold on. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us today, and I appreciate you being here. And I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you. I enjoy it.
Thank you for having me, Recia. Appreciate it.
You have me telling the people I'm dating now. So when I see those DMs, I'm okay. It's your fault.
That's okay. All right. Have a good one.
Okay, love.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Talk to you soon. Okay, guys. Whew. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. Thank you for being here. I'm enjoying my new date which is my hair. I'm on a whole new day tonight. But again, please continue living, continue planning life as you go and do what you got to do for yourself and your family. As life be lifing out here, but be grateful that you have life. And you know what? That's it. That's it. Please, if you haven't grabbed a copy of my book, it is on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Target, and Walmart.com. Grab your copy of Unmuted. If you need to tell your story, please don't hesitate to hit us up on our platforms. Right here, you can screenshot everything. info@unmuted.us. Send us an email. Our website is Recia Boutique. You can also find our Unmuted collections. We have sweatshirts, t-shirts, and caps, and other stuff will be coming pretty soon. And so, yeah, grab our book on Amazon. All right. So thank you again for tuning in tonight. I love and appreciate you all. Remember to love someone and allow someone to love you. Until next time, this is Unmuted Podcast. Your host, Recia Kabbah. Good night, y'all.